Ladies and gentlemen, I am back with another video. Obviously, I can finally now record again without having to worry about my camera freezing to death. I'm not even joking. Every time I tried to record in here for like the past 2 weeks, my camera would fill up with like water molecules and then almost just fry itself to death. So it's because it was so cold outside. So now it's warmed up a little bit. I'm back and we can start making videos, or I can start making videos again, right? Anyway, this article, yeah, I saw this online. It's fucking crazy. So I just thought I had to make a video on it because of how this whole thing is just outrageous. I'll be honest with you. So there's no point wasting any more time. Let's get in to this motherfucking article. So Brad Pitt persuades woman to divorce husband and hand over 800k euros. The interior designer files legal complaint for fraud and opens a crowdfunded account to cover legal costs after scam left her almost penniless. Let's just keep going. A love-struck French woman handed over 830,000 euros, it just keeps going up, to a fake AI-generated Brad Pitt who convinced her he needed the money for cancer treatment in the midst of his divorce battle with Angelina Jolie. I mean, this is nuts. So Anne, a 53-year-old interior designer, said she believed that she and the Hollywood star had fallen in love online and would marry. So she divorced her husband and then wired fraudsters all the money from the settlement. Now here's the thing, right? I obviously feel bad for the woman. She's lost all that money. It sucks, right? But I feel way worse for her husband. The guy just lost almost €1 million. His wife left him for an AI Brad Pitt. Imagine how this motherfucker's feeling. That fucking sucks. Jesus Christ, that's bad. So yeah, sure, I feel bad for her, but also, this is a piece of shit thing to do, just in general. Even if he was real Brad Pitt, this still makes you a little bit of a piece of shit. Like, I get it, you can be with who you want to be with, but I don't know, this kind of rubs me the wrong way. This is still a little bit of a piece of shit move from her, right? But anyway, we move on, right? The truth only started to dawn on her when she saw reports of the Fight Club star with his new girlfriend. She filed a legal complaint for fraud and opened up an online crowding account to cover her legal costs. like, again, I feel bad for her, but I can imagine the look on her face when she saw this. Like, and where did she see it? She just saw reports online, I guess. Imagine her sitting there like, oh, I'm talking to, and then her face just dropping. Look, it is kind of sad. I got to be honest, but at the same time, like I said before, at this, can you really feel bad for someone this dumb? Like, genuine? You didn't think you should do a little bit of research into Brad Pitt before you just blindly believe that the guy you're talking to is Brad Pitt? I don't know. Again, she's a 53-year-old woman, but still, I don't think you can be that inept these days when it comes to this stuff. Otherwise, I guess you can be. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can genuinely be this dumb when it comes to this stuff. I don't know, right? We keep moving. Anne's ordeal reportedly started in February 2023 when she created an Instagram account to share photos of a skiing holiday in the Alps. A woman calling herself Jane Etta Pitt, the real name of Brad Pitt's mother, then contacted her in English saying, "My son needs a woman like you." Now here's the thing. I've got to give these scammers credit where credit is due, right? They clearly have thought about this. Maybe they've done it before. I don't know. But I've got to give them a little bit of credit. This is a smart fucking play from these pieces of shits, right? Because it would be too obvious. If Brad Pitt was just to randomly slide into her DMs, it would be a little bit obvious, right? So they played it very smart, right? They pretended to be her mother first. Because then it kind of drops your guard, right? Because that's kind of a thing that a mother would do. Like, a mother don't really know how Instagram works. She's like, oh, maybe you're good for my son or whatever. That's kind of like a... Look, it's weird as fuck. But it's slightly more believable than Brad Pitt popping up saying, hey, yo, I need you. Do you know what I'm saying? So on that part, right, it's actually pretty fucking smart from the scammers, right? The son, right, in question, Brad Pitt, then popped up in her messages, also in English, the next day demanding to know more about her. Now, again, to any normal person, like I know I just said, oh, the mum thing was a good idea, which it was. To any normal person, this would still be a red flag, right? Brad Pitt isn't going around hitting up 53-year-old women. I'm sorry, it doesn't happen. I don't know what this woman looks like. She could be hot. In fact, I think there's a picture here, right? So I can't really remember it, right? But it doesn't matter. Like have a little bit of common sense. Brad Pitt is not hitting up 53-year-old women. It's not happening. Now, she said, we're talking about Brad Pitt here, and I was stunned. At first, I thought it was fake. Yeah, no shit, right? But I didn't really understand what was happening to me. Right? I don't know what that means. Maybe I don't know if she just started falling in love. Maybe she got horny. I don't know, right? I don't know what that means. After that, we got in touch every day and became buddies. Again, I don't understand. If you at first thought this motherfucker was fake, why didn't you just go into it thinking he was fake? Why did you like? Then you should do a little bit of research and maybe find out that he's seeing another girl who isn't a 53-year-old woman. I'm not attacking 53-year-old women, by the way. There are plenty of probably hot 53-year-old women. I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. I'm not into that. I don't really look around for that, but there probably is, right? So I'm not attacking 53-year-old women. I'm just saying, if you thought it was fake, assume it's fake and do a little bit of research. For some reason, she just decided not to. I don't really know why. I guess just common sense went out the window. I don't know. It's just fucking dumb to me. While admitting to being a relative novice on social media networks, she asked for proof of the man's identity and received images of his passport, messages from people supposedly close to the actor, and AI generated photos and videos of him. Okay, it's slightly more believable. Okay, again, to anybody like my age or around our age, or anyone that's just on the internet for a little bit longer than they should be, probably, right? We could probably see through it. But I guess maybe if you're not on the internet, you don't really know this stuff. I guess you could fall for it. Well, I say I guess. I know you could fall for it because this woman did, right? But again, I've got to give props to the scammers. They went all out on this, right? They're not just one of these guys like, oh, you need to send money to the, and you'll become a prince. Da, da, da. They didn't just do any of that shit, right? At least they weren't all out. They went into detail, right? But again, I say that AI just does everything now. There's not like there was any skill involved. They just AI'd everything and just sent it to her. So it's not even skillful. But I will give them credit where credit is due. They did go in depth, right, to scam this woman, unfortunately. Over the course of the next year and a half, Jesus Christ, a year and a half and you still didn't. Poor woman, man. The pair conversed regularly and their relationship blossomed into a full-blown online romance as she sent her poems and other fiery declarations, or as he sent her poems and other fiery declarations of love. Like here's the thing, right? A year a year and a half and you didn't once ask to have a phone call with this guy. You didn't once ask to have a FaceTime call with this guy. A year and a fucking half. Like, let's be real. A year and a half, this guy didn't fly you out. This guy didn't take you for dinner, right? And you still thought this was real? I'm sorry. Like, a part of me does feel bad, like I keep saying. Like, the previous bit, oh, yeah, maybe it's possible she could have fell for it. But to do this for a year and a half without having any kind of phone call, any kind of real interaction with this guy, you're kind of fucking asking for it. I've got to be honest with you. She told Sepp Huit, a French documentary show, there are so few men who write to you like that. I loved the man I was talking to. He knew how to talk to women, and it was always very well put together. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, lady. That's called Chat GPT. I'm sorry. It's too good. If there are very few men who can do that, chances are it's too good to be true, and it wasn't a man. It was a robot, AI, writing it for you. I'm sorry. I don't know. It is what it is. It sucks. Her fake lover seemed interested in her work, unlike, she said, her husband, whom she eventually divorced, receiving a settlement of 775 I was about to say million. I was going to fucking say of 775,000 euros. I've got to be honest with you, and here's the thing, and this is just for all the ladies out here. If your husband is a millionaire businessman, I don't even know what this guy was in, but I do know for a fact that this guy was a millionaire, right? So he's clearly doing big business stuff, right? I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you're an interior designer, he doesn't give a fuck. Most guys don't give a fuck. Like, it's cool. If you like interior design and stuff, that's cool. You do you. But don't expect some big guy, billion or millionaire who's out doing deals all day to come home and be interested in interior designing. It's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. I mean, it is what it is. Like, maybe the guy will show interest if you're on a first date. Oh, what do you do? That makes sense, right? But no real man gives a fuck about interior design. They just don't. It's cool if you enjoy it. They don't care, right? Again, 775,000 euros this woman got. Like I said at the beginning, I feel bad for this man. This guy lost almost 800 grand of euros, right, from his own personal bank account, right? That, by the way, this woman did nothing to earn. Second of all, he lost his wife for a celebrity. I mean, it just sucks. And stuff like this, like I said before, I can't really feel bad for the woman at this point, because it's like, that's a piece of shit thing to do. You left your husband for another guy. I get it, be with who you want to be with, but this is still a piece of shit thing to do. She said he had sent her luxury gifts, but that she would have to pay 9,000 euros in custom duties to receive them, as his accounts were frozen because of his lawsuit with his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie. The 2 stars divorce settlement came through last month. Again, it's like there's so many red flags that this woman just failed to pick up on. You don't think Brad Pitt could somehow find, if he really needed to, right? If you like Brad Pitt, we're talking about here. If Brad Pitt needed to find 9,000, right? He could fucking find 9,000. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like he had to fork out like a bunch of millions. 9,000. The guy probably wipes his ass with that shit, right? Come on now. I don't care. Come on. I mean, all the guy would have to do is sell a couple autographs on the street, and he'd make that in probably a couple of days. Probably even less than that, right? So again, the amount of red flags that this woman just fails to see is just, at this point, just fucking embarrassing. I gotta be real. The exchanges soon took a different turn when Anne was led to believe that Brad was in hospital and in need of money to pay for kidney cancer treatment. She wired 60 grand to an account in Turkey. Again, it's like, you don't think Brad Pitt has some friends that would pay for this? You don't think Brad Pitt would be able to conjure up 60 grand if he really needed it to stay alive? I mean, what are we doing? Like, let's be honest. Again, like I said before, there's so many red flags that this woman just didn't see. Why would Brad Pitt go to a woman that he's seeing and ask for money when he could just ask one of his millionaire friends who would just throw it over for nothing? Let's be honest. Again, it's just the common sense with this woman just doesn't fucking exist. While Anne had her doubts, she was reassured when the fake star's doctor wrote to her by email and explained that her husband was in a worrying state and is fighting to survive. Again, I've got to give them credit where credit is fucking due. That's kind of impressive. They went all out, right? They even pretended to be the doctor. They had the fake passports. They pretended to be the mum. They went all out on this bitch. I've got to be honest. It is kind of fucking impressive. But again, it's like, you wouldn't think to just FaceTime the guy in hospital. You wouldn't say, oh, hey, baby, let me just FaceTime you. You didn't think that this would be... Like, what? She said, it cost me to do it, but I thought that I might be saving a man's life. It doesn't... I'll put the image up on the screen. This is all the fucking images that Brad Pitt sent this woman from hospital. Bear in mind, by the way, he didn't fucking think to give her a phone call. She didn't ask for a phone call. Maybe she did, But again, the fact he didn't phone call you should tell you all you fucking need to know, right? But these are the photos that this Brad Pitt AI or these people, these scammers, wherever they fucking are, sent to this woman. It's kind of fucking funny. It's not even kind of, it's very funny. Look at this shit. So this is interesting, right? When Anne's daughter warned her mother that she was being conned, she said, "You'll see when he's here in person, and then you'll say sorry." Now here's the thing, right? If I'm the daughter, if I'm the son, whatever, right? Say my mum is going through this, right? First of all, I'm gonna know this is bullshit. I'm gonna detect this is some bullshit, right? I'm gonna know that, right? Then I'm gonna further clarify to my mum that this is fake by asking her, "Well, have you spoken to on the phone to him? Have you met up with him? Has he taken you for dinner? Have you FaceTimed him?" Right? And if she can't answer these questions, then I'm going to further prove and further investigate it to prove that this is bullshit. Why? Because my mom is being fucking conned and scammed. I don't understand why her daughter just decided, all right, fuck it, you're on your own. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I guess maybe the mom was kicking off. Maybe the mom was, like, having a go at her and shit. I don't know, right? But regardless, it doesn't make a difference. Your mom has now been scammed out of 800 grand euros when you could have stopped this whole fucking thing, or at least stopped it halfway through, if you would have just investigated it a little bit more and gone out of your way to prove to your mum that this is bullshit. I don't know. In my opinion, the daughter's a bit of a piece of shit, to be honest. The penny started to drop in the summer of 2024 when the real Brad Pitt was seen with his current partner, Ine de Ramon. I mean, even then, the scammers sent a fake newsflash that dismissed the reports of his relationship with de Ramon and said he was going out with an unnamed, very special person. Again, I've got to give these motherfuckers more credit. They went all fucking out. Like, you've got to give them credit where credit is due. They even fucking made fake news articles to cover their tracks. This is it's kind of fucking it's a piece of, they're all pieces of shit, but it is kind of impressive as to how far they took this shit, right? This is rough. Then oh, fuck's sake, this gets fucking crazy, right? Then a person posing as an FBI agent contacted her saying he could get her out of the honey trap for 5,000 euros. Again, she wired the money. It's like, oh, like what? Why the fuck would you? Why would an FBI agent ask you to pay or wire him 5 grand? What are we like? It doesn't even fucking make sense. Like even a quick fucking Google search would tell you that this is bullshit. Even if your fucking common sense receptors are fried like this woman's are. Like you could have just Googled this shit. It's not a little bit fishy that a random FBI agent is hitting you up for 5,000. It's at this point, it's like you can't even really feel bad for her. Like the more I read this article, the less and less I feel sorry for her. It's just like, well, at this point, you just fucking ask for it. I mean, where the fuck is your common sense? By now, almost penniless, she sold all her furniture and moved in with a friend. Later, setting up an online fund asking for help to pay legal fees in the case. Now, here's the thing, right? Where's the other 700 grand gone? Like from this article, right? She's basically, from what I've read so far in this article, she sent about what 80 grand off the top of my head. So where is the other 720 grand gone? The article just doesn't mention it. There's like I don't fucking know. I guess she sent it to him, but like where on fucking what? The article just didn't say. So I don't know. I guess maybe on the medical fees or the medical fee, whatever. But I don't know. I just can't wrap my fucking head around this. All right, now look, this is where it gets a little bit fucking sad. I know I keep saying, oh, well, I don't feel bad for her. I do, because of this, feel genuinely slightly sorry for her, right? Well, not even slightly. This is the point where I genuinely actually feel sorry for her, right? After attempting suicide 3 times, the lovelorn victim was admitted to a clinic specializing in depression, according to the TFI, whatever that is. You know, this is like, okay, she did kind of do it to herself, but this is like, all right, I do feel bad. Like, this is fucking shit. It's, and again, like, if you're the daughter, you must feel shit as well. Like, you could have at least slightly prevented this a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you just fucking let your mum talk to a fucking AI without bothering to investigate it, even though you thought it was bullshit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of fucking sad. Now that's kind of the end of the article. There's not really any more updates about it, right? But it does end with this, right? And this is fucking crazy. This is not the first time Brad Pitt's persona has been used in such scams. Last September, 5 people were arrested in Spain for defrauding 2 vulnerable and depressed women out of €325,000 by pretending to be the star in online and WhatsApp exchanges. This is fucking, again, like, what the fuck? Why Brad Pitt? First of all, like, I get Brad Pitt's famous, but that famous, even in France, I don't know. That's pretty fucking crazy to me. I'm guessing, it doesn't say, but I'm guessing maybe they're part of the same organization. Maybe they did the same thing. Because here's the thing, this was obviously very planned out, right? They had the hospital pictures, the fake news article. They had all this shit planned out. They had obviously done this shit before and knew what they were doing, right? It was a pretty fucking well done scam, right? So I'm guessing it's the same fucking people. But then it's like, well, how the fuck are these people still getting away with it? Because like, this article doesn't say anything else. It doesn't say that there's been any arrests. It doesn't say that there's anybody under investigation. It doesn't say there's been anybody charged, locked up. It doesn't say anything. So I guess they have no fucking idea who's doing this. I guess they just VPN their way out of this. I don't know. Again, you gotta give them props. They're fucking legit scammers who know what the fuck they're doing. They're still pieces of shit, right? Don't get it twisted. These are still pieces of shit, right? And they basically almost they stole almost they stole almost €1 million from this woman and almost fucking killed her because she tried to kill herself 3 times. Like, they are, they're not gonna watch this. Who the fuck am I saying you? They are pieces of shit, right? So that's it. That's kind of the end of the article. There's not really much else to say. So this is fucking nuts, obviously, right? I gotta be honest. I'm praying for the woman. She's not gonna see this, but I'm praying for you. If you're out there, please don't fucking kill yourself. It's gonna get better, right? The daughter, you're a piece of shit, or you're just dumb. I don't really know how you let your mum knowingly get scammed and then just allow her to keep getting scammed. It doesn't really fucking make sense to me. If I was in your position, I would have put an end to it pretty fucking quick, right? To save my mum from even more heartbreak and fucking money loss, whatever, right? So you're a fucking idiot. The third person, the husband, again, I feel sorry for you as well. You lost you lost your wife, you lost €1 million, and you lost it because of an AI motherfucking Brad Pitt. That is a rough fucking way to lose your wife. That's shit. Although I will say the guy is a multi-millionaire, so he's clearly doing okay, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you get hit up by a random celebrity, chances are it's fucking bullshit, right? Especially, and I hate to say it, if you're a 53-year-old woman. It is what it is. It sucks. But these people, we've all seen it with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. They're not into older women. It sucks for the older women, but it is what it is. It's just the way the fucking world is. So if a random celebrity hits you up, just assume it's bullshit until you either meet up or have long form conversations on FaceTime. But that's it. This is fucking crazy. If there's any updates, I'll make another video. But that's it. Raxo, too real. See you on the next one. Road to 500 subscribers. If you want to subscribe, please help me out. If you don't, that's cool. Do what the fuck you want to do. But that's it. Raxo, too real.